Live from Mohawk Valley Community College, this is the 22nd Congressional District Debate on your local election headquarters.
Welcome back to our 22nd District Congressional Debate. We will pick things back up now, candidates, with a second round of questioning. Ms. Tenney, the first response to this one will come from you, and the question will come to you from Thomas Fleming.
Ms. Tenney, a high number of young voters are expected in this coming election, particularly those under the age of 25. Why do you deserve their vote over your opponent, and what issues do you feel affect that particular demographic that you can address better than your opponent?
Thank you. Well, I have a son who's 29 years old, and he's under 30. And I think one of the things that really distinguishes me from my opponent is how independent I am. I'm the only one in this race who's almost always had a primary. My opponent has never had a primary, which means he's always been handpicked and beholden to the powerful interests in his party. He's always had a gilded path. He's never had to fight to get votes on both sides and really, truly be independent. I also want to fight for our young people to have a chance to experience the American dream and to have the opportunity to be entrepreneurs. What my opponent proposes is something like socialism, and I think a lot of people don't understand exactly what that is, a lot of young people, but that means government would control your life and you wouldn't be able to be independent. And I think what I'm seeing with a lot of young people, they tend to be more of libertarian-like or really more like Republicans as time goes on because they realize government isn't always the answer. And so I think that we offer a lot of hope and inspiration. I think on the other side you see so much of this, just...
Thank you, Ms. Tenney. Apologies, candidates. Mr. Brindisi, you have a one-minute response, please.
Well, the reason she's always had primaries is because so many Republicans don't even support her. The fact is that I feel that young voters, I don't deserve their vote. I have to earn their vote. And that's why you have to show up and you have to listen to young people. You have to show up and listen to older adults and every voting demographic. I've been doing town halls all throughout my time as a member of Congress, showing up in every part of this district, listening to issues. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, I've met with many students across this district and held town hall meetings with the various colleges and universities. They want us focusing on issues. They want us solving problems. I have a record of solving problems and bringing people together. In divided government, getting 6 bills signed into law by the president is not an easy thing to do, but it's something I've been able to accomplish because I've worked with both sides, I listen to the voters, I actually get things done. When it comes to issues like climate change, when it comes to issues like tackling student loan debt, when it comes to the other issues that are important to young people, I've showed up, I've listened, I've gotten things done. My opponent never has showed up to listen to the young people or anyone in this district.
Thank you, Mr. Brindisi. Candidates, you do now have each 30 seconds of rebuttal. And Ms. Tenney, may we have yours, please?
Yeah, you're going to hear over and over, I don't show up, or he shows up and he gets things done. What does that really mean? Like showing up? This is one of the big lies of his campaign of 18 and now of 20. When we talk to young voters, I met with young voters at every college. We have 11 colleges in this community. I've met with them throughout the district. I've done 11 town halls. I've done hundreds of public events, not to mention coffees and roundtables with seniors, with students, with people struggling with opioid addiction. I've done a lot of those things to meet with and talk to young people. So you're going to hear this get things done over and over, but yet he really hasn't gotten anything done on climate change other than to just, vote many times in the state assembly to ban responsible gas drilling in this state. Probably he would vote for it in this country as well. He teamed up with Governor Cuomo and supported those things, and I don't see anything that he's doing that's really helping young people. I know a lot of young people have come to me and said that he was going to do something about their student debt, but he refuses to meet with people who are young and interested in those issues because they're Republicans, and he will not meet with them.
Thank you, Ms. Tenney. Mr. Brindisi, you have 30 seconds of rebuttal.
Well, the facts are, and media has checked this, my opponent did one town hall meeting when she was a member of Congress, and you had to be invited to it. She never met with her constituents. She spent more time in Washington than she did back here in the district. I've held town halls on just about every college campus in this district. When it comes to the issue of student loan debt, I've actually voted for more Pell Grants to go towards students to make college more affordable. My opponent, when she was a member of Congress, voted to reduce Pell Grants for young people. When it comes to climate change, I actually support us getting back into the Paris Climate Accord. My opponent has taken $150,000 from the oil and gas industry and voted to roll back regulations on clean air and clean water that we depend on here in upstate New York. It's about getting things done. I have a track record of doing it. You can check the facts. I've had 6 bills signed into law. My opponent has had 0. She says she's had bills signed into law, but the fact is, go to govtrack.org. You can check yourself and find out she's had 0 legislation signed into law.